You're watching another Supercharged Masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming. Your opportunity to learn the ins and outs of Podio design and development from one of the top Podio partners in the world.
Hey everybody, it's Jordan Fleming here with another Supercharged Masterclass. Now, one of the things that I know new users to Podio face is the sort of hurdle of getting to know the Podio interface. It's, for those of us who've used Podio for a long time, it's second nature. We whiz around it like anything else. But of course, anytime you learn new software, you've got to learn where things are. And in this video, I just want to do a quick overview of the key bits of the Podio interface, where you're going to find things, key things that I think you should know about, because a lot of people don't actually explore some of the areas of the Podio interface, and some things you can probably ignore. So let's dive right in. Right, now, here we are inside of Podio. Now, if you've been using Podio for a while and you're watching this video, you may notice that things look a bit differently. And you may have the old Podio interface, the one we've used for years and years and years. In 2022, Podio released a new interface. This will become compulsory, and they're continuing to develop it. But if you do have the old interface, it's going to look something like this. I would recommend actually switching to the new interface. I have to admit, it took a bit to get used to it, but now I quite like it. I know people talk about whether the blue is too much, the teal, whatever, but I quite like it. It looks really nice. The icons are a lot crisper, and the text I quite like as well. So, Podio interface. Now, like with all new software systems you may have, you're going to find that the interface is a bit weird for the first little while when you use Podio. You got to get to know it. You got to get used to where things are, like any software system. So I want to take you through some of the basics of the Podio interface, so you know what it is. Now, first of all, this home screen. Split up into two sides, the activity stream on the left and your own area where you can add your own widgets and tiles. The activity stream, you may find that becomes quite noisy when you first start getting used to Podio, because you'll see a bunch of things being updated there that you didn't do, right? That other people are doing. In good Podio design, you can actually close that down a little and quiet that out by making things silent. But I also have to say that there are reasons to have that going. I as a business owner, I quite like to see what things are going. I just kind of see it go through on my activity stream. It's really a personal preference. But on the right here, you've got a lot of options here. Hey, are you using Podio to manage your real estate investment business? Wait! Click the link to find out why thousands of real estate investment professionals are using Podio Plus smartphone to make more calls, send more text, and close more deals. Click the link. You can create great little widgets to show you key information, so that when you first log into Podio, you see the important things. And I'm going to do dedicated Supercharged Masterclass on just that topic. I know that when I log into my Podio, I see everything I need to care about. How many tasks do I have? Do I have anything overdue? How many emails do I have to read? How much money I've been making? Projects that are on the go? Everything like that is all there. So when I log in, boom, I've got a snapshot of everything I care about in my Podio system. So let's go through the basics of the navigation of the interface. On the top right, there's of course the chat. Very useful, and I do have a Supercharged Masterclass about when to use chat and when to use comments and kind of best practice around that. Chatting to other people in your organization, fantastic. Really great to help the kind of overall collaboration inside of Podio. Now, your notifications. Do watch my Supercharged Masterclass about notifications, because it's not just an annoying number. Notifications can be a key way of letting you know the things you need to care about inside your system, things you may need to action on or may need to know about. But of course, a lot of times I see new users and their notifications will be up in the thousands and thousands. And like anything, if you've got thousands and thousands of notifications, you might as well have none, because they don't matter. So notifications isn't just a pretty little number that's annoying you. They can be very powerful, and there are hints and tips of ways to make sure that you keep your notifications clean. I.e., I go through most of the day cleaning them out to make sure I know the things I care about and then getting rid of them. Now, you've also got here, let's just quickly go, you've got your help here where you can go and find the different elements of Citrix-based Podio help. And you've got a universal search up here. This universal search goes across your entire Podio system, but is also contextually works on any app that you're in. So if you're inside an app, it's going to first look there, and then you can do a general search. Very powerful thing, search in Podio. Really lets you quickly find the information that matters to you. Now, you'll notice here you've got a big menu, and a lot of people don't even ever bother looking in here. But I want to go through a couple things that I think are key. Number one, let's just quickly ignore a few things. Pricing and billing, unless you're the account owner and you have to worry about updating your cards or worrying about adding users, you don't need to worry about that. Creating another organization, as I say, I obviously have quite a few organizations, but really, if you're working inside Podio for a business that you're not an owner of, chances are you're just going to work inside one organization, the organization's brought you in, and you're never going to need to create another organization. It just will add clutter unless you've got a reason to do it. Extension voucher offer is really just for the owners, the administrators of the accounts. Lets you claim the extension vouchers that Podio offers when you buy premium Podio. But there are a couple important things. So profile and account settings. Profile, very simple, is your way of letting people know who click on your icon, your user in Podio, who you are and what you're about. Key information. Do put a photo up. You have no idea how annoying it is to have a team member, like a bunch of people in your team with no photos. It's part of the collaboration. It's like, this is me. This is who I am.
Okay, hands up who's using Podio for real estate and they don't want more leads. Nobody. You want more leads closed? Well, check out Smartphone for Podio, the only phone system fully built for Citrix Podio. With an fully integrated power dialer and our amazing mobile apps, it means wherever you are, you can make more calls, log to Podio, send more texts, log to Podio, and close more deals, all logged to your Podio CRM. Click the link. Check it out.
Now, your account settings, there are a couple things that are really important for you to know in here. First of all, of course, you've got your basics. Do set your time zone properly. Your language. Now, if you're English speaking, selecting English US will put the date format in the American style, which is, I think, month, day, year. Selecting UK will put it in the European style, which is day, month, year. Top tip on that one. Services is important just if you want to connect other things like your Google Calendar, your ShareFile account to store things or anything like that. But email and notifications is something that new users drives them nuts and they don't know about. When they're by default, and I do not know why, it is set to send you an email every time these things happen. So someone sends me a message, given a task, change in membership, whatever. And that drives people mental because, of course, there's just a huge amount of emails coming in. You routinely come in as a new user if I'm setting up an account and switch them all off. You can make your own decisions, but I usually only keep the screen notifications and the sounds, as you've probably heard in this video, the tuk tuk. And I usually set the daily digest off. I do, however, know users who find it really useful to kind of have a basic daily summary every morning delivered to them of what's happening on that day in Podio. Try it out. If you don't like it, you can come in and turn it off. The rest of these are more advanced. You're really only going to use API and app market profiles if you're building things and trying to connect to other things, or you're trying to push your apps to the app market. So you're probably not going to need to know as much about that. Okay, now I've covered this. So these top three over here are also important. You can pretty much ignore this one here, connections. It basically just shows you all the people on Podio you're connected to. I don't find it useful. I never have, don't use it, and I would delete it if I could. But your calendar. There's a couple important things to know about your Podio calendar. So up here is your Podio calendar, and that will show everything from all the organizations, all the apps, workspaces you're in that is a date-based showing calendar thing. So that means if I've got, like for me personally, I've got a Game Changers system and I've got a smartphone system and I've been involved in lots of other systems. Anytime I'm assigned to an activity in either of those systems, they'll all come up here and show in my calendar. But if I'm on that specific app, the meetings app in smartphone, I'm only going to see the ones in that app. So this aggregates everything together from all the different systems and shows it to you here. It's important to note, so this is a universal calendar just for you and the things you're connected to.
Are you using Podio with CallRail? There's a better way. Click the link, find out why hundreds of businesses have moved over to using smartphone, the only phone system built for Podio. Make more calls, send more texts, and close more deals. Click the link.
Finally, you got your Podio tasks. I've got a whole Supercharged kind of a masterclass on when to use the native tasks like this and an app for tasks. I'll be honest, I haven't built a system for probably 10 years that uses these tasks. I myself personally use them for little things to remember for my own self personally, but I do not use them. I use an app for tasks. There are debates about this. We can discuss it on YouTube if you want, but this is where you find your Podio tasks. And then the final kind of key part of navigation that you need to know about when you first log in is, of course, your workspace and organization selector. So the way Podio is set up, and I do have another masterclass video about this. The way Podio is set up is that an organization has a set of workspaces, and inside those workspaces are your apps which contain your data, right? And so here I have my organization and I have my set of workspaces. And inside of each of those are where my apps are. Now, top tip, if you click up here, you can search. So if I start typing, CON, it's going to start showing me the workspaces that contain CON and also the apps. Top tip, if you've got quite a lot of workspaces and you want to quickly find something, you can do that. So that's the basics of the Podio interface. I promise you, if you're new to Podio, once you start using it for a couple months, you will fly around it. I've been using it for over 12 years now, I think, and I just whiz around and don't even pay attention anymore because it's second nature, right? And it'll become like that for you as well. If you've got any questions, things you want me to talk about, please do leave a comment on the YouTube video. Please go over and hit the subscribe button on YouTube to make sure you're notified of any new videos that I come out with. And of course, the Supercharged podcast. Please do go over to any of your podcast, Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or Spotify. Go subscribe to it. Give us a like, give us a rating, give us a listen, and give us a share. It really does help spread the word of Podio Gospel. Thanks very much.
Thanks for watching this Supercharged Masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming, CEO of Smartphone. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel to be notified of new podcast episodes, Podio Masterclasses, and in-depth Podio extension reviews.